Hello people, Libluini here, and we are back to Dominion 6, Caelum edition. Yes, the flight of the bird people continues, and CCP's attempt to conquer the world through means of evil magic continues too. Because honest, evil online is evil magic. Or how would you explain that it's still running, since 2003? Anyway, there was a battle in the Godstomp Mountains. What a name. And yeah, so we killed some, we lost some, our mammoth rider stomped a lot. A very basic battle. Of course, 0 losses would always be great, but if you play a nation like Caelum, your cheaper units will always face a little bit attrition. Yeah, and then the elephants stamp on the back row, causing a mass rout. That's elephants for you. Yeah, that was absolutely brutal. And worked exactly like planned for one time. And our Earthbones still haven't yet seen some serious battle. All the other units work together too strong. Then in Exibotia, we see a vampire queen. That must be Ulm's goddess. And they are attacking a little bit stronger independent province here and demolish the heavy cavalries here with minor losses. Jewel Guardians, that's interesting. They're undead that only Ulm can get. And I think they're on a capital only. They're really good units, especially since they're effectively heavy infantry with insane moral, good magic resistance, insane protection, and undead. So, for example, they need not eat, which means no supply issues. And a lot of spells, like poison or something that would affect living units, don't. They even have dark vision, but only 50%. Castle defense bonus is also nice. I never really found a use for them, since you have to go heavily into death to make good use of them. But as you can see on the kill count, if you do use them, they are really good. The Rangers of Ulm are stealthy, they have an axe for combat, and of course a crossbow. Really neat. The attack and defense skills are only about average, below average even for defense. But since they are stealthy, they can do a lot of dumb bullshit to you if you're not careful. Protection is fairly low though. We have to be a bit careful in using them. You can easily send them into situations where they are massacred. On the other hand, it's still a block of 50 different crossbowmen here. That's a strength all of its own. And our first vampire. They are immortal, which means if you don't use special means like the spell Soul Slay to destroy them, they'll just keep coming back, respawning in the province you summoned them first. And they have a lot of dumb bullshit powers like slash, blunt resistant and so on, invulnerable, insanely high, 25. They also can reform flesh, which is like regeneration but for undead. And of course they can fly, they're stealthy. They cannot pass rivers, of course, because vampire lore, and can see perfectly in the dark. They're quite nasty buggers. Cold resistant, of course, undead, remember. But you can set them on fire fairly easily. And our sacreds have magic weapons, so if push comes to shove, they can just ignore all of this invulnerable bullshit and therefore kill them pretty easily, since they have 0 protection otherwise. And some basic stats. Life drain is nice, but if every single hit of one of my Caelum soldiers will kill them, it's not really of good use. Right now there's only one, but with a vampire queen around there will soon be more. You can take a look here. Exibotia, one big lump of units. If we had still the airports of the middle or early ages, then Caelum could just plaster them down with concentrated air magic, Thunderstrikes galore and something. We, however, are late age and have therefore limited options and have to think a bit more. This is the Winter Queen, the Vampire Queen here, and Dire Monster. Sorry, got interrupted by my cat jumping around. Diamonster.wmv, the Vampire Queen. Yep, that's a pretender, alright. That's colorful, lots of level 3 and level 2 magic. I'm guessing it's primarily to create some kind of interesting bless. Well, nothing here gets blessed, so maybe the player went without a bless. Black Priest, yeah, a late age option that can sometimes have a useful level 2 path, but mostly they're really good priests and forgers. So basically the replacement of the smiths of earlier ages. Yeah, Ulm is always a nation strong on infantry units and shit, but really bad at magic. But well, they did win, and they're now here, which means, yeah, we're probably not getting Vertlin yet now. They'll probably just roll around into that province next turn. And the Silent Ocean has been fallen, because undead can go underwater, and with those pale ones, it even looks like they recruited them in the coast or something. Our mages are auto-searching. Good to see that it's... Where's the second mage? I swear I have to... Ah, there he is. So, let's see how good auto-searching works for now. So, do I have something else forged here? An owl quill, of course, yes. And this is the black bow of... I have no idea how to use this, so let's keep it in storage for now. So, with this we have upgraded our research speed another bit, +5. And we're going through the early stages here a bit faster now. We'll still need more Arab Seraphs and Raven Lords, I suppose. This guy is still on his way to the place where I wanted next fortress. Mighty Pillars could also go. That's actually even better, now that I think about it. More income to protect, resources are about the same, and more recruitment points. Of course, here we have the iron mine. Recruitment points... Oh, okay. This is even more insane. Recruitment points are fairly high here, and the lower resources don't mean as much, because we can just drain resources from the surrounding mountain provinces. Only difference problem is, of course, Caelum then he loses some of the resources from Millgate. Yeah, it's one of those really hard choices. One central fortress or one a bit limited on the borders. Well, Godstump Mountains are ours at least. And it seems there is now a big army of Patala running around. That means that Jelania Gora is probably next. But this also means we can probably go down there and gain access to Faircliff. And this is mostly crossbowman, yeah. Annoying but doable. Now I have to go look what's down there in this direction. Yeah, Patala will oh, Patala is closer than I thought. Oh, well then, let's leave this. Ah, my poor kitty. She is a bit miffed by it because I had to work a lot today and came back too late to let her out because we are close to the forest here. And I tried to let my cat out during the daytime, but that's something that she doesn't really like. Not because she wants to go outside in the dark. She's completely neutral on this. No, it's because she's incredibly energetic and has to play around a lot. Like she's like a horse, always galloping around, jumping on trees and down again, hunting mice. If she doesn't get her evening dose, then she is like a little beast in my apartment. Really, the only reason I'm not letting her out right now is because I really know that she will gain at least 3 rats and 5 mice or something insane, and I would have to clean up the mess. So instead I guess I play with her as soon as I'm finishing recording. Anyway, we'll try to take the lesser evil and gain access to Faircliff and then march back to gain Northangs. And I guess our friends of Petala will march through here and then block our access to these guys. But yeah, sooner or later we will have to fight a war against one of our neighbors. So that's not that bad either. So now you, my friend, can go do some exploring, I guess. Like, go there, please. Trying to think. What's the optimal solution? Probably one to fortify Polegrave. This is another high-income, high-resource province with lots of... Yeah, I have all those super provinces, but they are all right next to my capital. It's kind of too centralized for my taste. And of course, if I put fortresses directly onto the border, I have the problem that the resources I can gain in addition are a bit limited. On the other hand, I still have incredible amounts of resources here. Yeah, it's insane, but at least marching through the mountains will be slow for my friends over there. Oh my, oh my. Well, we need a new fortress. And this is an insanely valuable province. Income 227, high recruitment points, and we can drain resources from the other provinces here. And of course this means we can't do the same stunt with the Ranger of Shadow, because then we're probably draining Caelum far too much. We'll probably setting up a fortress somewhere here. Well, Northang gets supplied from Faircliff, but it's also not exactly a choke point. Any enemy can just bypass the fort. And then we of course can counterattack, but yeah, I'm not liking it. There will probably have to be a fortress somewhere, but while we don't have that many provinces, they are fairly good, and they are one big central blob, hard to attack. Now Ulm will get this province and then probably try to gain access to Walgrave. And I guess slowly but surely we have to look up our neighbors a bit more closely and decide who to ask for help and who to attack. Right now we are still in a fairly early phase, especially since I need more mages and more research and more everything really. At least we are fairly well set on units and armies, and our income is high enough that we can actually supply our forces. So let's continue. Libluini out. And we're back. We had a double turn, so no time for me to go on Discord and do diplomacy. I have to do it for the next turn, because now we have a long waiting period ahead of us, since in this cycle we are the first ones. We gained some more research and continued into conjuration. Then lots of attacks on poor independence, and we bumped into burglars in Faircliff. Wow, that's one neighbor I didn't expect. So we still have the typical bad look of Libluini and not finding any magic sites. I'll have to wait if auto search can find more shit for us. Now we are slowly going to conjuration and evocation for some basic spells. And then we need to reach construction 5, but wow. Enchantment 5 was for... Go here. Horde of Skeletons. Yes, and some Pale Riders cavalry. So of course, Pale Riders, you get a lot of them, a shitload, so maybe we'll even use them at some point. But mainly, we want Horde of Skeletons. And above this, maybe not. Reanimate archers is kind of superfluous if I can have archers by myself. It could be useful in the future if we want to have an undead-only army, because then we can use spells like Rigor Mortis and not care anything about all living units suddenly getting super murder fucked. On the Earth side, yeah, Earthquake Warriors, blunt and slash melee attacks will stun on hit. Yeah, that's interesting. And Earthquake Warriors is 20 plus, so not exactly... Huh, interesting. Man, the developers really think that that's a lot. Stunning. I really have to try stun to see how strong it is. Levitate soldiers is always funny. Farflight arrows. Funny enough, with the exception of our sacreds and elephants right now, most of our units can fly and are therefore immune against spells like Earthquake, for example. Well, let's go to Enchantment 5 for now. Anything here? Oh, Storm, of course. We could just go this route. There are not many of us who can use Storm, and it's more of a hindrance if all your units can fly, but only some through storms. But still, more options. More options. I can't really decide what to do here. Oh, Evocation is on level 3 right now. And Death, Blast of Unlife, Banefire, yeah. No idea how many different paths I can actually get to make this work. So Banefire hurts a lot. It has an insane range. It can actually be cast fairly fast. Area of effect, well, it's still an entire square, but can hit multiple units with 55 plus damage. So even if you can barely cast it at all, and it's armor piercing, so even fairly strong units can be immediately killed. And it then leaves a lingering fire effect and large area decay, which is like super aging. Yeah, at least some of the effects can be negated with magic resistance. But this is some shit. Fatigue cost is also fairly low. The only thing is we need level 3 Death and level 1 Fire combined on our mages for this. And Thaumaturgy is something we haven't actually attempted right now. Gnome Lures would be useful. Yes, we probably aren't getting those. What cool useful mega spells could be? Oh yes, Astro. Man, I keep forgetting my own dumb bullshit plans for the future. Astral, of course. What do we have here? The Wrath of God is a really nasty spell because it forces attacks on everything inside your dominion. And it's lots of damage by suddenly lightning bolts. That's a possibility because our pretender can cast this fairly easily. Of course, one of those please invade me signs, because it fucks up a lot of the world if your Dominion is strong. Astral Tempest is a slow killer, but if your units have better magic resistance, it's kind of interesting. If the other side has all mindless units, of course it doesn't bring much. Enchantment has Opposition, which can effectively completely destroy strong magical units. Anti-magic is nice. Void Pattern Labyrinth is something we can't even cast. Alteration? Yeah, Alteration is basically Astral Magic Central. You have stuff like Doom, which causes the entire battlefield, only enemies, and causes to let bad shit happen. So, like it's like the Hand of God making all the dead units or commanders rolls on the battlefield shitty, giving them bad luck forever essentially. And the curse will only disappear after they die. But I think if you're immortal, the curse status effect stays glued onto your face like a bad penny. Then we have Arcane Domination, which can cause all the magic units on the battlefield to change sides to you. And if we go past this, we can get insane spells like Time Stop, which slows down time, except for the caster. And it's situationally useful. The Arcane Decree. New hostile global enchantments and dispels have their might reduced by half of the Arcane Decree's might. That's a complicated new spell. It's as strange as it sounds, a global that makes all attempts at dispelling globals weaker. It can be a nice fuck you since it forces everyone to waste twice as many gems on trying to get rid of your shit. And finally, Wish. Wish is like the ultimate spell. You can make your pretender more powerful. You can fuck over the entire world with Armageddon. You can wish for more gems. It's a wild spell and it needs level 9 Astral. We have 7, so this means we have to add some boosters to us. And as a humanoid looking but gigantic pretender, we can actually combine several different boosters. In theory, I can put so many different boosters on him that he is like level 10. And on the battlefield he then can even reach 11 or 12 with some preparations. And if you add Astral Slaves, it gets even more insane. And oh yes, I should help him out. I mean, right now I only have one Astral Mage. But it would be embarrassing if I forgot this exists. And we should probably go to level 4 so we can teleport in an emergency. And all the shit like Soul Slay and teleport item would also be useful. Future-proofing. But our main target here is Construction 5. Because our main insane idiot plan can't even start until we're at that point. So, yes, so which region won we? Oh, well, I spoiled myself because it looks like we won that battle. And for some reason, Patala was walking down the same path. Well, okay. Faircliff is another high resources, high income province. And okay, if Patala's army now walks back, we're reaching Jelenia Goa at the same time. Oh. How did the battles go this time? Yeah, this is just continuing into Vertlin with some minimum losses. Not as many heavy cavalry as I thought. Faircliff then. Yeah, that is just basically a ton of Axemen. Kind of funny, they take not a much of losses. But it's, well, yeah, I think I know who is the player of Burgerus, because it's one of the funny things he often attempts. And to be fair, if all you have is a block of infantry, then this means you suddenly get surrounded and beaten to death from all sides. And while those units aren't that good, they have some attack and defense skills that are above average, some above average protection, good morale, even some cold resistance, and well, an axe with some damage. Nothing special, but 83 of them are power on their own. So this went well. But then of course we waltzed in there, and while we lost some of our area basic infantry, we then slaughtered 77 of them. Oh, that wasn't even, that was only an accident, my friend. Yeah. As you can see, this kind of formation has a great drawback. If you have flying units and stompy mammoths just ripping a large hole in, then your Earthborn massacre the tiny squad that is left right in front of them. Yeah, the Earthborns got to kill 15 of them, and the mammoths of course killed most of them. The only stupid thing is that the areas then broke and ran away, at least some of them. There are now 6 units sitting here, and 0 of them here. But well, we are reaching the point where we can stop expanding. Yes. So let's try to do some kind of walk around. This is a fairly big army. We're kind of hoping that Patala isn't trying to attack us, especially since this army was too far away. Naga warriors are good. Crossbowmen, well, we can stomp them, I suppose. And our sacreds are fairly incredible right now. Banda archers. Well, okay, we have archers too, crossbowmen even. But of course there are a lot of units. A lot of them. I guess it depends. If he saw what we have, maybe he's willing to not attack us right now. My plan is now to go back to the Godstomp Mountains, and Patala will then hopefully turn back to get to Jelenia Gora, and because I don't want to risk a coastly bump, I'll instead go to Amain, because this gives us access to Out, and a province where we have a higher chance of finding shit. Of course, I also want to see if there's another army, so scouting. Our auto searchers are auto searching. Yeah. Now let's see if things are stopping there. We're building a palisade right now. And we're getting more and more Harab serfs. I guess we can stop Raven Lords now. More scouts! Okay, that's more useful right now. And then I'm building this stupid, huge fuck-off army here. The number of elephants is slowly reaching usable purposes. And our sacreds will be the backbone here, thanks to their magic weapons being capable of cutting down stuff like vampires. Basic infantry, of course, is fairly strong. But the Jewel Guardians... Right. Don't want to say anything wrong. Jewel Guardians. Nope. They just have big protection. But of course they're also only human sized, so they can be stomped. In fact, most of those units can be stomped. In fact, since there isn't any heavy cavalry, which coincidentally Caelum units often struggle with, since they're a bit squishy if they're on the ground, this is actually an army we could easily defeat. Our mammoths would stomp like simply through most of those units, and our units would just stab the shit out of them. So I have the feeling that, with the exception of the Rangers, okay, there are only 10 of those, so not really relevant. Jewel Guardians, larger problem, and it's probably some funny situations where our lighter units will protect them, because we'll surround them and then protect them against being stomped. On the other hand, all those other units, they are toast with cinnamon toast crunch essentially. We probably won't be attacked by Ulm. Our neighbor Raga isn't doing anything bad to us right now. So let's continue our second fortress, continue our magic search, and let's try to get a main, and after that we'll walk back to Norfang and start construction on a third fortress. I'll probably put it into the Godstomp Mountains, because Faircliff is a little bit isolated then. E-main will of course be a stupid problem. I would like to fortify it, but yeah, it's probably for the best, even if again I'm... Oh no, wait. Tenvir isn't connected to my cap circle? That's perfect. This means Godstomp Mountains is actually fairly optimal in this case. Sure, we aren't getting more recruitment points, but we'll drain resources out of 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces. That should be enough, even if I can't get to Emain. And Godstomp Mountains means I have a fortress close enough to assemble an army to get the throne in out eventually, while at the same time giving protection to the rest of my realms. And I guess at some point I have to put down a fortress in range of Shadow, simply because otherwise that frontier is a bit awkward. But it could work out. A fortress range of Shadow, one here in Milgard, one in Godstomp Mountains, and technically speaking I would need one in the north, but it would have to be Polgrave because of Ulm. On the other hand, if Ulm actually attacks us now, we are in luck, because we can easily defeat them. Patala, I am not so sure. And research status? Yeah, it goes forward. Conjuration 1 will be 2 will be completed next turn, followed by Evocation 2 immediately. Yeah, we're getting 2 levels right now. And then we'll eat away at Evocation 3 and finally start with Construction, because we need Construction 5. I could start my dump plan right now, but we are still a bit under magicked right now. Our second new army is fairly big, but that's about it. It's not even... I can't even use it to get Emain earlier, because our first army here can march faster. Next turn they're in Godstomp Mountains and can strike, while our army first has to get away from our cap circle. So let's see where things are going next turn. Looks interesting, so Lebluini out. Hello people, Lebluini here. We're back in Dominion 6, in the land of CCP. And CCP's CEO Hilmar Valgeir Peterson, who is now trying to conquer the world with something else instead of EVE Online. We are now in the early fall in the year 1, and we managed to gain some basic competency in magic research. We are now on towards Evocation 3 for some more spells to use, but Stormwind and Shadow Bolt is probably relevant for some of our mages. Alteration 1 and 2 just unlocked some basic stuff like Personal Mistform for our bigger air mages. And I guess if we have some air games left over, we can just make some extra money. Just some basic spells here and there. Nothing too bad. More importantly, our super secret long-term plan needs Construction 5, and we are working our way towards this. Next turn we'll start eating away at Construction 4, and it will take some turns, and then Construction 5. And then we'll return to Enchantment for some more death-related spells, And then start Tamotuji. What did we hear? Yes, of course, River Bones would be interesting. Call of the Durgrand is a special spell only for us. Of course, getting Death 4 is a bit hard. The Durgrand are the people of the lie. Yeah, let's... Oh, why not? Under the influence of evil intentions, in this ritual, the caster lets loose the will of the destructive spirit upon a remote land. Piles of wickedness and violence will spread in the province, and its vague devas will come. Unrest is greatly increased, and the province is attacked by bandits, and a host of devas. So it's a remote attack spell. It costs 15 gems. No idea what it's doing. We'll probably not see it for a long time. Ah yes, of course, I wanted teleport at least. So let's add 2 more levels, and then let's rethink things. We also got some other messages. A spy tried to infiltrate us, but failed. Too bad the game didn't tell us which one of our neighbors is responsible, but it's possible that it's Ulm, since Ulm is late age and has some nasty little assholes available. Then we have the battle in Vindun, where Raga probes out the Lich. Yeah, most of this is just some basic crap. The cavalry is, of course, a bit nasty, and then we have some soulless. Yeah, they're not exactly a threat. Only problem is, since they're undead and mindless, they're hard to get rid of, since they're never ever gonna run away as long as undead mages on the battlefield. Now the Lich is sadly enough normal size. Oh, here he is. He is actually level 5, not level 4 like the battle report, and lots of gems. So he can be a complete asshole if he wants to. Only good thing about him is, with just 15 HP, he is vulnerable to some flyers dropping on his positions. Cavalry, including the skeletal cavalry, is a bigger threat actually, as long as the Lich doesn't start spelling. And of course, funny thing, here's invulnerability, 25. That means as long as you don't manage to make more than 25 damage, he will just laugh at you. This is of course complicated by magic and by our Earthbound having magic weapons available which will ignore invulnerable. And this counts also for their crossbows. This will be interesting, because if some crossbow bolts land on him, he will be dead. Re-dead, I suppose. Oh, I guess the scout actually did manage to run away. Yes, because Raga scouted very aggressively with a commander. Weird, but valid. Then in Caelum we have a wave of villagers seal and 70 Spire-on militias join us. Wow, I have no idea what I should do with those. And then we get 8 nature gems someone had lost in the forest. Worldwide event. A deathmatch competition is scheduled. Yeah, shit. Do I even have someone I could send in? Then Kalos the Sacred One appeared at the gates of our citadel. He's the commander of the Temple Guard. He gave up his wings, so he can't fly. After losing his ice-clads in a battle against infidels, the event ignited his religious fervor, and he has since fought harder and braver than any of the Storm Generals against the enemies of the faith. He was recently promoted to the status of commander. His fanaticism has given him priestly training otherwise restricted to women. That's interesting. Of course, if I look in my recruit, fucking hell, the caretakers are male. Huh. Okay. So I guess this counts only for the area who have the female priests of earlier ages. Funny. So who is this guy now? If I think he... Ah yes, Selenia was the priestess and the first of our heroes, and then the second guy showed up. Oh, Kalos, yes. Leadership 100, 3 squadrons, and +1 moral boost. So he's basically just another commander. Only bonus is he can command our earthbounds really easily, since he's also a priest. Oh, did I never script a basic blessing? Huh, I guess it's still fairly early and I just forgot. Let's just bless everything, my friend. Bless you. No, you. Good, perfect. Now we have another idiot. And hold and fire closest enemy. It's probably not necessary, but I would like to have their first shot already blessed, if possible. Have only limited ammunition after all. No, I probably... Oh, yeah. 70. Holy fucking shit. They can all fly, right? Huh. Yushti, you are the flying guy. You can take them. And then he is basically topped off. Our guys can take elephants. And he can take more of those. Should probably have someone guarding him. Just in case. Yeah, I can give those to him. Huh, okay. Since those are also infantry. Yeah, that's a huge chunk of cheap units. The attack skill is of course horrible, but at least they can do magic damage and are shock and cold resistant, so they're probably enough to cause an accidental rout, however. Fuck. Well, I guess you are not next. It's kind of dangerous because it's now an army that needs all 3 leaders to function properly. At least those 80 idiots with spears mean I can actually do some heavy sieging. Okay, who was the... Yeah, those 3. Up. I have a big army ready, but I'm running out of targets. I guess I could use them to attack drones. Warrior illusions, crossbowmen and heavy infantry. Huh. Let's see what's inside there, because I've already forgot. And let's look what's over there. And now we are here. And we have... well, there is not much going on here. And I don't want to clash with Kailaza right this early. So let's step into the swamp instead. It's more important to keep the connection to the throne open. Let's not be too greedy here. Oh, of course. Okay. Not much to do with those. Let's see how many our elephants can trample. And then we march back into Northanks and get that province for us. And then we can put down another fortress in the Stomp Mountains. Next army, yeah, okay, I'll see what's over there. Oh yes, of course. Vindun, well, it's surrounded by Raga and it's in their cap circle, so not much we can do here. Then next turn we'll look at art in more detail. And let's look what inside this throne here. Could be a level 2, could be a level 3 throne. At least we have already a big fat army ready here. And of course our idiots are researching. Next turn we'll get probably some more messages about not finding anything. And that was it, really. It was actually a fairly good turn. No catastrophes, another hero shows up. And we are going 70 units just for free. Would be a nasty surprise if someone invades us here now, I guess. But Raga is kind of peaceful, Bogaros is kind of peaceful. Kailaza is a great unknown, and Ulm has retreated a bit. So nothing too bad happening here. And it looks like Ulm could be in trouble with TNG up here. And then is only left on this side and Romania, but we came to some sort of accord with them too, and they're not exactly connected with us. There's only one province in Tree Pine Grove that can even reach us easily. Oh, and Troll Canyon, because Troll Canyon is one of those we want connections for free provinces with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 connections, all free. Anyway, that's it. Really, still the early game here. Yeah, everything going swimmingly. Only thing is now we have a double turn on our side. And here we are again with a whole bunch of insane messages. We, as planned, have finished evocation and are now onwards to our construction research. Mao Zedong, yeah, of course, that's the prophet of Tianxi, I can already see this, has claimed a throne. It begins. Then the Harbriser has searched the Silver Wall for magic, but didn't find anything. Then Pythium. Zamok the Reveler is now the prophet of the Juggernaut Bish, patron of herbalists. Pythium has a new prophet. Oh fuck, I keep forgetting. Well, I have this giant lunk of idiots here. So why not patrolling? Should root him out pretty damn fast. No unrest, so he's still just trying to gain information instead of trying something nefarious. Should have at least some basic army scripting here. Fucking hell. No idea what I'm supposed to do with those. Yeah, okay. Into the rear with you. Oh, did he get some? Oh, yeah, experience points upgrade. Just in case I want to move one of those armies somewhere else, should probably... Yeah, this guy is bound to the ground. Could in theory get more elephants. Let's keep it this way. The ground army can still function probably on its own somewhere, and I have Yishti to do something stupid flying. It should work out, right? And oh yes, another scout for us. Let's see what our friend Patala is doing on this side. And wow, fucking hell, Art, what are you doing? 360. Enkidu, Springhawks. And an Apkalu. And a huge hill giant. Yeah, that's a hard nut to crack, especially because the Springhawks can use how to energy beams, how to some kind of lightning attack. Yeah, that was it. And if there are enough of them, they can fuck up an entire army in seconds. How exactly did this battle go, by the way? Then Windun attacked, Raga attacked, and well, wow, the elephant riders did kill a shit ton of units. Yeah, I guess, like I predicted, as long as the Lich can't deploy some really serious death magic, he's already lost. And I guess with so many mages in attendance, it was a done deal, I guess. Let's take a look. Rinduin is now Zeus. Team color squares. Isn't even that much, just a huge block of cavalry, a huge black of elephants. And tons and tons of magic going on here. Yeah, lots of anti-undead priests and elephants. That was executed perfectly. Good to know if you have lots and lots of stompy animals and priests to priest away the undead. Perfect. Then we send our forces into Polegrave, and oh yeah, someone else looked already at them and just forgot. Yeah, the crossbowman, nothing to it. Then we have these guys. Illusions, mindless. They only do fake damage, which means the damage evaporates if they can't kill us before we kill the leaders capable of supporting them, which in this case is I think only the sorceress. And here she is. But wait, she doesn't have glamour, right? So shouldn't this mean that these guys can't do anything? Oh wait, here is a glamour mage, hidden among them. Yeah, okay, so if this lady dies, then this block of illusions becomes useless. But I guess we have to fight our way through them first. The other guys are just your basic infantry units, light and heavy. Nothing to it as long as you have some stats on your side. Our army could probably just stomp right through this. Then in Emain we lost some infantry units and even some raptors and an elephant. But the shamans couldn't do much and their lizards got stomped into the swampy underground. Lizards are running, but our blast is active. Oh, and they're already dead. Okay. Man, elephants can act fast. Mammoths, I should say. Yeah, 40 stomped into the ground and then mob up by the rest. Then in the mighty pillars we got a lab. Right, great. A berserker pelt, that's funny. Probably never gonna need this. And some random gems. Then the arena battle, and Raga and Tianchi fought it out. Unseen One wins in the first round. And the Spirit Master was dying already. Deceased on top of it. Too bad. Level 2 nature is kind of useful again. But maybe Tianji has no way to heal him. Still, this Denise, the unseen one, this broad with her weaponry and heavy armor is basically now in easy mode here against the crippled mage. But he tries summoning shit. But of course then he has to take a nap. And she actually kills everyone. Yeah, Leozi, you should probably have continued summoning shit, because this was embarrassing. The second battle was an Astra Pelagist against an unseen one. And this air mage demonstrates how to do things the real way. First, protects himself, and then uses lightning bolt and wins instantly. Okay, that was funny. And so Bogarus wins. 450 gold and Champions Trident and 15 fire games. Nice. Of course, since I didn't have anything useful, I would have died instantly. And oh, Kailaza gifted us that province. Well, I wouldn't have needed to live in fear. So let's walk out of here and go back down here. Yeah, okay. That's nice. I guess he doesn't want to fight us off and thought we would immediately throw ourselves into Jelenia Gora. So let's get this one and then Norfang later. What is auto search sometimes doing, I think? Did they really just not search last turn? Ah. Of course, I have those fuckers over here. Well, that turn, there's nothing I can do now. And these chuckle fucks didn't find anything. And now I have this huge blob of armies. Let's make it like this, and this one. No idea what I'm doing with you, but double. Wow, okay. That's a huge blob. Let's keep it as a box formation, since we want to surround as many units as we can. Then we have these guys. Another line formation. Let's put them here with their shields. And okay, now we have a problem. So let's do this here, and you guys go up here, since both units fly. It's not like they can get in the way of each other. So, Arejavant, or whatever, you are now part of the army, and you move out, because I want to get this throne before someone else can get here. I keep forgetting that I have sometimes provinces set up to recruit scouts. Let's do this here. Let's see if we can grab that throne before anyone else comes. And I wanted to... could probably... I'm nearly to 2000. So I can already start next turn with building a third fortress here. And then this big blob of units will get over there and try to gain access to Polegrave. And then I guess Hilmar himself can fly over there and claim this, because I have my yeah, board game profit on the wrong side of the map currently. And it's teamwork for you. Or God can just fly over, claim the drone, do some site searching, and then fly back. Meanwhile, our idiots on the ground continue their minimum search adventures. Yeah, okay, they're continuing to search. Let's see how they're doing next time. And that, yeah, we are already run out of things to do. We're still waiting on our construction research. We are still managing to double team scouts and Harab serifs. This will change as soon as I have a second place ready for mage recruitment, because then this new place will recruit Harab serifs, and we then start with the bigger ones, the elder Harab elders. Also, we have some nice flying idiots here. I think we managed to recruit 4 Raven Lords. None of them have any units attached, which is actually perfect, because my dumb idiots are, of course, the commander I've recruited here in Millgate and now in Godstorm. And just that, idiots. They are not supposed to ever leave. Please go over there and grab some survivors. None here, but 2 are here. And yeah, we're recruiting a commander here, so that's not a problem. We should grab everyone, and then you, my friend, can immediately go to the Godstomp Mountains. And the commander is then just there as a backup in case I forgot to recruit new commanders. And then you can go here and... oh yes, I have a 4th one. Oh wait. No, this is no surviving infantry units. This is for some reason non-sneaking. Yeah, no, you go here over. Of course, wait, he can of course sneak, so I don't have to do anything. And you, my friend, you can go and... oh, nope, let's go here. Yeah, why not? We're scouting all over the place here. So my big army should show up in Cetria now, and one Ravenlord will patiently wait in Polgrave to become the new commander as soon as we take the throne, hopefully. We have here someone. We have sent someone to grab some survivors, and another Ravenlord will show up in the Godstomp Mountains next turn. And then we'll start building this fortress here. And then the 4th one over there. This should give us some basic defense before we are attacking someone. No idea who that will be. Bogaris is probably too squeezed in. Kailaza maybe. Ulm maybe. Tianchi is too far away. We are not even bordering them. And Romania is fairly stretched out and has probably other troubles than us. Raga maybe. They'll probably get tempted thanks to the lords and lords of cavalry, and we only have our dumb mammoths. Let's see how we can do things, but right now we're tapped out and stuff to do. So Libluini out.